In the next part, you're going to have your colours, and you will have two primary colours and black, white and brown. Now it may be that your primary colours are red and blue, or they could be yellow and blue, or they could be yellow and red. But you will only get two primary colours, not all three. But you will also get white, black and brown, and where possible, I'm going to give you a range of colours that you'll be able to use in your picture. So you should also get the secondary colour, in this case purple, that sits between the reds and the blues, as well as your three other colours. So we make brown by adding together all three primary colours, so green, red and blue. And of course black and white are not a colour, they are a shade and a tint. So black is a shade and white is a tint. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to colour in the background here, and I'm going to build layers of colour using the pastels. And you'll realise why I'm doing that after a while, because then I'm going to start to scratch through to reveal some of those colours underneath, and we're going to create texture and movement, or a sense of movement in our picture. So I'm going to work quite quickly, and I am being careful of my tree, but I'm not worrying too much if I make a tiny error, but I would expect you to be able to stay off your lines of your tree, because obviously the tree is going to be more natural colours. It will be browns, but the tree also will have some red and some blue in it. So I'm just going to keep shading these in. Remember to pick your picture up and move it round. It's always a good tip. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add this colour, which will also go underneath, and that's going to come further away. I'm going to allow it to lap over. So these are tints because they are paler colours of this one, and we create a tint by adding white to the hue, and the hue is the pure colour. So you can think of this as being a pure blue, a hue colour, and then we create tints by adding white. And with that we can create all kinds of tonal gradients, as they will get lighter and lighter the more white we add. And we create shades by adding black. And again, those are tonal gradients as they get darker and darker. So there's our blue added. Now I'm getting down to my horizon line, and my horizon line is going to be black, and I'm going to put it in now so that I don't forget, because otherwise I might do so. And also because I don't want these colours to go below the horizon line. I'm going to have a larger area of dark blue here because it's further away from the moon. But here I'm going to have some lighter bits, I think, just there. So I'm just adding the colours in wherever I feel like it, to be honest, but keeping the lighter ones towards the moon and the darker ones further away. There we go, as you can see, and creating some interesting areas down here, which is quite a bit of fun. Okay, so you can see how it's coming together. Now, my tip for this is, if you're anything like me, sometimes I get a bit impatient, and this task requires a lot of patience to colour everything in and put the layers down. So what I tend to do when I'm getting a bit fed up is I just swap onto a slightly different task. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a go at putting some black over the top. So I'm going to put black over the areas that are further away, and then I'm going to put dark blue over the areas as we move further in. And this is really important because then we're going to be able to scratch through to create some lovely designs. So it's beginning to come together now, at least in this top section. I'm going to have a little break from using black, and I'm going to put white on my moon